I put Kool-Aid in my water bottle this morning, and it still tastes like Kool-Aid, and I've like washed it out so many times, and it just still tastes like Kool-Aid.
Man, life is tough.
Yeah. Oh, I should probably tell you what happened in class today, then.
Oh yeah, you were saving that.
Yeah, I was, because, oh man, it was really bad. Actually, let me explain to you, like, walking to class first. So, like, they were doing the lawns today, and, like, I was just thinking of a song. And generally, when there's lots of noise happening and you're humming to a song, you start humming louder. So, I'm humming really loudly, and there was, like, somebody right behind me. I didn't realize it, but, like, they were walking pretty much right behind me. And I, like, turn around, and they're just staring at me. Just, like, they can audibly hear my humming. they know exactly what I was humming. And I'm just like, oh, no. Awkward moment. So then I just kind of, like, stop and then look at my phone. I'm just like,
I've had several moments like that already just at work because the computer lab on campus is so dead over the summer, and it's just like there's like 3 people who regularly show up, and then there's just like the occasional 4th or 5th person there, and then most of the time there's no one there. It's just empty. So I've been killing time just like watching videos, and like it gets to the point where if it's completely empty for a while, I'll get a little too comfortable, and I'll just like start thinking out loud while I'm watching a video or something, and I'll be like I'll do the equivalent of yelling at the TV. I'm just like talking back to the video just because I don't know, I think I'm funny. and then like I'll do that for like a straight hour or so, and then I'll like glance into the rest of the computer lab, and it's just like, oh, there's 2 people here, and it's just like I just completely shut.
oh,
I just like
no.
like
oh, no.
like even like mid sentence, or it's just like it's like, oh man, that's. And then just act like I've been diligently working the entire time.
Oh my god. Oh, you get like the heart just sank thing. Like, it's like you were talking to yourself and you just saw somebody realize that you were talking to yourself, and you're like,
yeah, I've managed to move. I managed to evolve beyond that. I now get it to where I do what you do. I do the like 100% serious straight face, and like usually like people don't acknowledge that, but like on the off chance that somebody does, it's just like you make it look like they're crazy because they heard something, as opposed to admitting fault in any way.
That's great. So, like, let me tell you what happened during my exam.
Oh, jeez.
So, you know, I know the teacher relatively well. And, you know, it's kind of like oh, he's on my class roster. Okay, this is going to be a fun summer semester. Because she kind of knows, like, my sleeping habits now. Like, she knows me well enough to get my sleeping habits down. And so I'm, like, taking the exam, right? And it's like super quiet. I didn't do the same thing I did before. But like I'm sitting there, and no sleep me, like I'm just like sitting there with the pencil in my hand, and then my hand just spazzes out, and the pencil just goes flying into the air, and crashes down on the ground, and I'm laughing. I start like giggling, laughing in my seat because the pencil just crashed to the ground. And keep in mind, this is no sleep me, and I'm just sitting there looking at the pencil laughing. And I look up, and I see my teacher staring right at me. And I can tell that she's looking at me like, yep, he's gotten no sleep. Instantly can tell. And I go up to talk to her because I had a question on one of the problems. And the first thing she says is, so I'm guessing you got no sleep. That's the first thing she says. I'm like, yeah, no, I got no sleep at all. I'm just like, why do you not get sleep? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened in my math class. And then, literally, for whatever reason, everybody else had a thing with dropping pencils. And for the rest of the exam too. So anytime somebody dropped their pencil, I just kind of like burst inside of myself laughing. And yeah, that happened like 3 times to the guy next to me because it was so funny. He's like sitting there and he's just like, you could tell he didn't know. Like he was looking over at my test and stuff, like trying to. He didn't know anything on the exam. And then like he's just like, so he like leans back in his chair, sets his pencil down, and it just rolls off the desk. It falls on the floor. He doesn't even flinch. He just lets it sit there on the floor. It's just like, you're just gonna give up. Oh my god! And I'm just sitting there laughing at that. Oh, it was really bad.
Just I like how he just accepts it. Just whatever happens.
Whatever happens, yeah. Like
his pencil falls off the desk, paper flies out the windows.
Pretty much.
Who gives a fuck at this point? This is gonna be a hard thing to get used to. Just like we never record this stuff, so I'm trying to. We need context.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is.
We do need context.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be a weird thing because we're recording ourselves talking now, and it's almost like we got to pretend that there's another person in the room who knows nothing.
I should probably explain my first experience in my class then of no sleep.
They'll catch on. But I figured just like really specific things like the decimal thing that I made up. So basically, I learned I'm smart.
I is smart, yeah.
I are college student, and basically I found a really easy way to subtract a decimal from an integer, specifically that. But I figured that out halfway through doing my math homework, and I stopped doing my math homework and started just doing random problems like that because I got excited and I'm a fucking nerd.
Yeah. And I went to my trig class and showed my teacher, and she was like astonished because she'd never seen a system like that before.
Yeah.
I actually forgot to tell you though, one of the students, as they were walking out, they apparently saw something similar to that in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't think it's like, I think you may have like rediscovered something.
Probably. I kind of figured it existed already. It's like the one chess thing where like you have to put 8 queens on the board so that there's no conflict. And you told, I felt so proud and so defeated when you brought that up because like you told me about it. I was like, I think I can do this. And then like 10 minutes later, I figured it out. I was like, look. And then you told me, it's like, yeah, that was like a survey from like 2009.
Yeah, it was though. Like,
yeah.
it was from like earlier than 2009, I think. I don't know. But it's like those collaborative computer type of like things. You know, they give you like software and you can like loan your unused CPU power to like help solve complex equations for this. Like I wanna donate part of my computer to finding pretty much what makes dark matter, you know, in the universe.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, right? Like I think that would be fucking awesome to find out. Yeah. Like I'm all for like collaborative science things. So I'm gonna try and get that set up because I think that'd be really cool. So I think I'm gonna explain the no sleep situation with me freaking out in class.
Yeah, sure.
Day. So I'm sure you're picking up some of the background noise of the fans, but
that's why I tried to turn that.
Yeah, I saw you turn that one.
Yeah.
And then there's the really fucking loud one in the kitchen.
Yeah, but I imagine once we actually get used to doing this, we'll like bring out some better audio equipment. But this is just to get our feet wet and see what works and what doesn't.
So
Anywho.
We don't have central AC in the house, so we have like our wall AC units, and we have a ton of fans. So we just kind of have them always going. And one night I did an all-nighter, and so did Nick. And we were playing a lot of DDR, so we kind of had the fans on high, and we just left them on high. So there's just so much noise being created, and I get to my classroom, and I get there a little bit late, so, you know, they're talking, whatever, and you know, she's explaining something. And then all of a sudden, she's like transitioning to the next unit, and there's just this huge pause. and it just becomes dead fucking silent. And I legit sit there and I'm just like, fuck. And I get so paranoid that I actually like say out loud and fairly loud, I'm like, holy cow, it's really quiet. And literally everybody looked at me like I was a fucking weirdo. Like it just scared me, alright? Like I didn't expect it to be so quiet.
Oh, you know what? Real quick, you mentioned DDR in passing. So, check out how cool we are. We're like 21 and 20 respectively, and we play DDR. And to the point where we've actually rearranged the main room in our house to fit 2 dance pads. And I got, like a little bit before we started recording this, I got a call from my mom. She asked me, she's like, so, what's new? How's DDR? Because I told her that I started playing DDR again, and she laughed at me. And so
obviously you explained the whole living room situation.
Yeah, so I told my mom that we rearranged the room and like we beat one of the DDR games we have, and she like laughed a little bit, and she's just like, I don't know if I should be proud or not.
We beat 2 of them, didn't we? Yeah, we beat.
We
beat the one that you had, and we beat the other one. It's just we didn't get all the songs for it because we got to the credit scene.
Yeah.
So I consider that to be beaten.
Yeah, that counts. But yeah, I told her that, and she's just like, because it's been a long running joke now. Because it's just like when I think like starting in 3rd grade, I played DDR and then played for like the rest of elementary school, and then middle school I picked up Guitar Hero and played that for years. And I got, pretty good at both of those games, and then dropped them for a long time. And then now I'm in college and I'm playing those games again. And I told my mom, and like when I started picking those games up, I found out that I was about as good as I was when I stopped playing, which surprised me even. And I told my mom about that, and I mentioned I'll like play Guitar Hero, and like everybody around would stop and watch me play, and I was thinking to myself, man, like, in 6th grade this would have felt so cool.
I would have been the top talk in 6th grade. I would have been the student that everybody knew.
I would have gotten to second base so quick.
Oh my god! I would have gotten all those girls that I didn't want back in 6th grade.
I'm thinking like, if this is even remotely good enough to like take the time to edit and put on the internet. If you're listening to this, I apologize. It'll be cool when we get to a point where like I don't even need to edit as much, where like we just get better at talking. We've basically had to force ourselves out here. I kind of dragged both of us out of our rooms to get this thing started because we both have a bad habit, and I'm sure a lot of people do, of like, we have all these big aspirations, we have these big projects we want to tackle, and it's just like, we'll talk about it a lot, we'll even like plan it a little bit, and once in a great while we even get something like started. Like we were doing a custom story for Amnesia: The Dark Descent a while back, and
oh, I completely forgot about
yeah,
that.
I know, right? See, we were working on that for like a full 2 weeks, and we were like really, really into it, and then it just like in the span of a day or two, just like it just stopped.
I made like a test room for it.
Yeah, a lot of shit got done, and then we just stopped doing it. Like,
yeah, that's kind of like how my game project's going.
Yeah, that it happens so often, and like I'm trying to like force myself to do things. Like it's so hard.
It's so hard.
And like especially with the one game that you made with Vexoids, because that was really impressive. That was like a full-time job for you for almost like 5 months.
Yeah. And
then even that is just stopped.
Yes, and I'm not sure what's going on, but like I can't pick it back up. And it's just like it's become a fucking chore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no! I had such drive for that project. And I've hit that point where it's just a pure grind now.
Yep.
So it's like I was discovering stuff for the first time. Like I'd never coded before. And like I was figuring all of it out. It was like amazing. and I was literally up like almost every single night. I got zero sleep because all I was doing was coding that one project, and it's just grinded to a pure halt.
I think that's the most dangerous part of any passion project is when you take a break. It's like the law of inertia. It's so hard to get moving again.
Just like getting back into exercising.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'll go to the gym
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I always thought starting stuff was the hardest. Like I think it's just maintaining because it's
Maintaining is
because
definitely really hard.
once every 2 months I'll go to the gym and I'll actually like have a legitimate workout, and then it's just like, all right, I'm gonna have a rest day and I'm gonna go back, and then like 2 days later and I'm still sore. I was like, I don't wanna. And then it just ends that quickly, and it's so frustrating. It's so hard to get.
See, I'm still feeling the DDR though. Like,
Yeah.
every time I walk past this thing, I'm like, man, I want to play some DDR.
Yeah, that work. I think it helps that it's like right there. Like we don't have to leave our house to do it.
Yeah. Right there. We rearranged an entire fucking room for this shit.
Yep. And there's no avoiding it.
There's no avoiding it. None whatsoever.
We've got Extreme 2 and Supernova, and then Supernova 2 is coming in
Coming in the post.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you what happened when I got my haircut. So, still no sleep me, right after taking an exam, I kind of show up, and the place literally opened 15 minutes ago. Like, I was walking towards it, and I was like, are they open? And I wasn't sure if they were open. Like, I checked the time, and I was like, 10:15. And I look at the door, and it's like 10. I'm like, they just opened.
Yeah.
And,
they take a little while to like get started.
well, they were fucking packed, though, right at the start.
Really?
Yeah, no, like, they had all stations filled, except for one girl kind of just got there a little bit late and didn't have a client until like 10:30. So she's like, I could sneak you in real quick, that's fine. Because they accept walk-ins, but, a lot of times people will set up appointments.
Yep.
So I come in, this was, still filled with Kool-Aid at the time, and, oh yes, this is definitely going somewhere horrible. So, I had it on like my carabiner on my backpack, I'm just walking, right, and it's just, bouncing up and down. Well, for some reason, this thing builds up pressure when it's being, shooken around and stuff. Yes. So, I get inside, and I'm like, hey, need a haircut. She's like, alright, I just need to set up my station. I didn't have a client until like 10:30, so I can take you in like a few minutes. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm standing at the front counter, and I pop the lid, and it just shoots out just a stream of Kool-Aid on my hand, all over the floor, and I'm just like, I'm like, do you guys have like some paper towel? And they're like, oh yeah, it's in the bathroom. Like, points to one of the doors, I'm not sure which door, and she's like, oh yeah, it's in there to the right, and then to the left, to the right, to the left. And it's like some complicated fucking maze. Like, I go back there, and it's like all this storage, utility stuff, and I'm like, wow, where am I? And I'm like, am I in the right place? Like, I come back out, I'm like, am I in the right place? And they're like, yeah, no, you're in the right place. Just, make a right and then make a left. I'm like, where the fuck is this bathroom?
You're like weaving through hallways, just like,
no,
wait a minute, I'm in Marion.
I'm in the next town over. I didn't know this building stretched that long. Well, no, like, it was such a dingy back room. It was like the back room to the back room of the back room. Like, it was legit. I had to navigate through a fucking maze to find this bathroom. And I'm still trying to clean up this Kool-Aid mess that I made in the front fucking register. People are walking in, making appointments, stepping on the Kool-Aid mess that I made. And so then I get some paper towel and finally clean it up. And then I explain the situation to her, and she's like, oh yeah. And then it just ends there. Like, because she's fully awake and I'm like super tired, so I'm like finding everything amusing. I explained what happened in my math class, and like I explained to her beforehand that I was fairly tired and I'd not gotten to bed. the night before, and
Why
she understood.
why did you decide to do all of this on the night after you got no sleep?
Because I really wanted to get a haircut, and I was like, I don't want to do it Friday, because I'm probably not going to do it Friday. Like, I know myself well enough that I know which days I'm probably going to get stuff done, which days I'm not. I was like, okay, Thursday, I've got to get this done, got to do it. Pretty much what I did. Because I plan things out. Not at all.
I'm no good at planning. I'm good at planning what I need to do. I'm horrible at planning when. Basically, as far as me being productive goes, it's just like I have a 15-minute window after I wake up, and if I'm not doing something I should be doing in that like 15 minutes, then the whole day's lost. I'm just lazy that entire day. If I do something really quickly though, like this morning, I immediately just started like opened up like FL Studio and just like tinkering around with something, and it's just like I've been doing shit all day. I did take a quick nap, but like other than that, I've been like doing shit all day, catching up on like movies that I need to watch, and just actually doing stuff.
I'm not in the same boat today. Well, because like the only thing I have to do is like my management stuff, so I'm just like, it's okay, I'll do it tomorrow. It's okay, I'll do it tomorrow. And it's probably gonna be like Sunday night, and I'll be like, fuck. It's like 10, and it's due at 3 a.m. Might as well crank this shit out. Which I did open it earlier this week. And I legit opened it, looked at it, and then closed it. Like, looked at it. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then just closed it. I was like, fuck it. No, I'm not even gonna look at it. Yeah.
I did do that with one of my worksheets for math, because like I have the online homework, which I can do easily enough, and then like I still have to turn in the worksheets. Although except because it's an online class, I have to like go scan them and then like send an email.
That sounds like a bitch.
Yeah, which usually it's not too bad, just because like I can do it while I'm like at the computer lab and the scanner's right there, and I can get it done in like 10 minutes. But all of that has to be preceded by me doing the worksheet, and like I pulled an all-nighter on Monday night. I just decided I'm taking 3 online classes, and I just decided to get all the homework for all 3 classes done for that week, for this week.
Wasn't it like it was Sunday night to Monday morning?
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah, it was Sunday night to Monday morning.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Because I remember that the math homework had just opened up.
Yeah. Yeah, I basically did everything as soon as it was available. I did like the opposite of procrastinating.
Yeah, no,
and
you dove ahead.
Yeah, and so I ended up taking 4 quizzes, 2 exams, and then did like how many problems were there? Like,
you did that all that night?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
All in the span of like 5 hours.
Oh my god!
And then about like 23 problems worth of math homework, and
I did one math assignment.
Yeah.
And in that time.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But I burned out so hard after all of that, just because like you remember me talking about having to do a paper for geography.
You're just not gonna do
it. I still probably won't.
Wait, you haven't done it yet?
No.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's not due till the end of next week, but still. I did what you did, where like I just like opened up the assignment, took one look, and then closed the assignment. And like that was after the 5 hours of taking all the quizzes and tests and homework and stuff. And I know like with most students, people are good at like bullshitting a paper, and like they can do the homework all right, and then usually with tests they tend to struggle. And I'm the exact opposite of that, where homework I'm really iffy with. Papers I'm god awful at.
No.
And tests I can usually do no problem. Like the last paper I had to do for geography, it was like a 3-page assignment, and I could barely choke out 2. And like with this one, it's like current events, and it's like I don't know anything.
I don't know.
We got to talk about like global implications, and it's just like you're speaking in tongues right now.
Oh my god. gosh.
And I calculated my grade anyways. If I do the paper, I might get a high C, and if I don't do the paper, I get a low C. So
Yeah.
I'm a shitty student.
Oh my god.
I know myself well enough. It's why I forego math homework to just do other math things.
I'm like at that low B right now in trig, and like
Yeah, I haven't even checked my grade.
like the only reason I know is because I just checked it yesterday when I was doing the math homework, and like I always check to see how much my grade has changed from getting either hundreds or just not fucking doing an assignment. And I realized that the second that the first test was in there, and like the second test got in there, it doesn't fucking change at all. Those two tests, it literally changes like maybe the thousandths. Maybe.
Then what's the point?
Exactly. But like collaboratively, it counts for like 10%. So it's like that difference between a B and an A. So like, oh.
Nice.
I've passed the gas. I forgot what I was talking about. All right, exams and tests and grades. So it's gone. There's just like that buffering.
Yeah.
Wow.
I imagine just like the sound of like a fax machine or a printer when it gets stuck.
Oh my
It's like
God, that's exactly what
you just hear
happens.
like
Or like the old fucking dial-up connection sound. Like when somebody's on a call and you're trying to get on the internet, and it's just all the bleeps and the bloops and the blops. Pretty much. Wow, I completely forgot my train of thought there. It's gone. Oh well. I guess that's gone.
I was almost wondering if we should try this with like 3 or more people, so that in case this happens, if neither of us have anything to say, like we could just find a third person to bounce off of, like having Chris come and talk, because he and I watch a lot of Rooster Teeth, and we watch a lot of the Rooster Teeth podcast, which is kind of partly where this idea came from. And we've had differing ideas of like how to format this, because we have different backgrounds and different ideas of what we wanted to do. Like I imagine we're probably going to have cameras at some point, so we don't have to explain everything, and we can just go by visual aids. But then like there was also
a fucking printout of like clip art. Pull out like, okay, so I was at my computer.
I was at my computer, rip desktop out.
A visual fucking aid. Didn't mean to like fucking just
God
stab
damn it.
into your conversation.
Thanks. But yeah, we were like thinking of we were thinking of doing like videos. We were gonna maybe like, I don't know, like play video games while talking and just have like game footage going. I don't really know. We'll probably try a little bit of everything. Also, as far as just like the content itself is like how many people, because obviously there's Nick and Zach.
He's Nick and I'm Zach.
Yeah. And then like while we're in this house with 4 people living here, it wouldn't be a bad idea to try to include Mike and Chris.
Oh,
because like,
and studio foam, if we were ever to get like another house,
that'd be pretty cool.
it's like $12 for like a stack of 12.
Yeah.
So pretty fucking cheap.
It'd be interesting to try and get Mike and Chris, because like we got a diverse group of people here, because we got me, Nick, like going into like music and cinema and video game design and stuff like that, and we have Zach, who is doing like a lot of computer science and IT management and like very good with business. We got Mike, who's like who's into forestry, and he's gay, and
he's gay.
and yeah,
Yeah.
he is. And Chris is black. I don't know what I actually don't know what he does.
He was. I think he's going into like computer science and stuff.
I
Cause I was talking with him and he was going into computer science, I believe. I'll ask him.
Sure. It's so hard to tell with him. He keeps to himself.
Chris.
He's probably got headphones on.
Chris, stop masturbating. Hey, what's your major? Like, what are you studying?
Computer science.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I told you.
We're recording a
Computer
podcast.
Yeah, we're trying to. Doing, I don't know, we're just... Dude, you look so fucking... you look so fucking weirded out right now.
What's going on?
Jesus, there's no camera.
This is an intervention.
It's an intervention.
I do.
We'd like you to have a seat.
Oh boy.
Just have a seat over here.
Just have a seat.
This is definitely.
Don't take a seat. Just have a seat.
Just like hold it. I guess I don't know.
I didn't say take it.
We've been talking about this a bunch already, where we keep on having all these funny moments that we feel like we should record, but none of us have the prowess or mentality to record everything.
Takes a lot of forward thinking.
Yeah, and we're not that good at planning, so we're just figured, why not just talk about shit? And I don't know.
Well, you picked the absolute wrong person to talk about it. I'll just point that out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've made that very evident the entire time we've been working together.
Yeah. There's not much else to say about it other than I just don't.
My
talk
name's
much.
Chris. I sometimes come out of my room. Yeah.
Basically, wrote on my resume. They didn't like that.
It's like CVS. Sometimes you gotta come in here.
So what did I miss?
I was going over my day because I didn't go to bed last night. I just woke up from a nap recently though.
Okay,
But,
that's
so like I've gotten some sleep now, but oh man, you should have seen me earlier. I kind of pulled an all-nighter, and you're probably not gonna believe this, but we were playing DDR all night. Dance Dance Revolution. Yeah, it was a serious thing, and it gets really hot in our house, so we had all the fans going. So I'm coming from an environment with full blast fans.
Oh my gosh.
So like I'm not used to quiet. And I tried to explain that, and some people, like, the second I said DDR, they're like, oh my god, that game, you know, nostalgia moment, and like, I used to have that on PlayStation 2, or like, I used to go to the arcades.
Like, yeah, we still have it.
Yeah, like, we're still doing it, you know, like, and I, like, tried to sound cool. I was like, yeah, we were doing doubles and stuff, like.
I love that this is the crowd where it's just, like, all the shit we had as kids is now, like, really cool.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it kind of just full circle. It's like, it wasn't cool back then, but it
like
comes
we're
back.
playing Ratchet and Clank again, or like
Gosh.
Spyro.
Oh,
People in Mumble are playing Spyro.
Oh my
like,
god, really?
Yeah, like oh my
I
gosh.
started.
Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper.
Ron was playing Sly Cooper.
Yep. I've got Jack and Daxter over there.
Yeah.
I started playing RuneScape again. Just like
Jeez, man.
it just everything is
the
gone.
old RuneScape too.
Yeah.
That takes me back.
Like I'm getting into Minecraft again.
Yeah.
I've been playing that for a while. It's just like, god damn it.
I wouldn't even know what to do anymore. I'd just be like, what is? It's all.
It's
so...
actually it's shocking how much I actually remembered.
It's just like riding a bike or just.
Yeah, because I stopped. I think I stopped playing RuneScape around like 7th grade.
Yeah.
And then just picked it up, and it's just like, oh, I remember this. I'm like speed running through all the quests and everything, and it's just
like, I don't need these. It's fine.
Yeah. Like, this is cool. And then now I'm at a point, and like I actually everything that took me years to do as a kid, like I've done in the past like 2 weeks. So I'm already at a point where I'm like, it's like I'm actually playing for the first time again because I'm actually finding new shit now.
I'm like, oh, look at this.
It's like, wow, this is a big game. There's a lot of stuff. I must have fucking sucked as a kid.
I mean, it just shows progress. I mean, like, hey, I'm not like a 10-year-old anymore. It's good.
Yeah.
I don't have the capacity of, a middle schooler.
That seems to happen whenever you pick up something from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like DDR and Guitar Hero and Jack and Daxter. Like fuck, I played that. I think I played Jak 2 more than anything ever as a kid, and like I picked that up last year, my second year of college, and it's just like I got like the HD collection, just played through all three of them, and I didn't even mean to, but I beat all three games in 19 hours, and I'm just like, wow, these lasted me years.
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
the first game took me 3 hours, and I remember as a kid,
Jeez.
I actually like sat down and like strategized, and like played to the best of my ability, and I beat it in 7 hours, and now I can play it casually
Yeah, just no problem.
in less than half the time. So 7-year-old me's got to step up his fucking game.
Yeah. Tell him.
I wonder what would happen if I were to like find that disc for like old Namco museum, for, like the PlayStation 2,
Gosh.
because there was like a ton of games on there, like Dig Dug, Galaga.
Oh, like the really old stuff.
Yeah, like
old arcade games.
yeah, like the old 20 Namco museum games, like straight up 20 old-fashioned arcade games, like War Thunder's in there.
Jeez.
You've got a lot of old games, and I remember I haven't played that since I last had a fucking PlayStation 2. So
Yeah, the opportunity's there.
yeah, I know. Like, I'm wondering if I should like, because I saw it at GameStop at one point, and it was okay price. It was arguable. I'm used to the Steam discount prices.
Yeah.
So
You're not gonna get that in the store. Yeah, I used to love GameStop as a kid. Like, oh, the store's so cool. I'd love to just be here all the time. Now look at it and just like, this is like the worst place ever. Like, what you stand for, like everything you do is just terrible.
It's horrible business practices, and I feel bad because I still go there.
Well, because like sometimes you have to. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna find like a game controller.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
At this point, like you have a PS4, and I've actually been considering lately whether or not I should get one of my own, just because I think there's now enough games, like enough exclusives to that.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people get it for like the free indie games, but like you can get those on PC, and they're better
Yeah.
off there anyways.
Yeah.
But
And
like,
they're cheaper.
yeah, but there's like 4 or 5 games exclusive to PS4 that I really want to play, and that might be enough to put me over the edge. and
that
actually,
alone constitutes buying a $400 console.
I mean, it's down to $300 now. I know. I do know at GameStop there's a refurbished PS4 with controller, 500 gigs for $320.
That's not bad.
All the necessary parts included. But then but even then it's gonna cost me a lot more because it's that plus like 2 $60 games and then some that have hopefully dropped down to $20.
They
by
haven't.
now.
They
haven't.
They haven't.
Yeah, the exclusives are really bad. Actually, I've been like, the fact that you want to play, that's it. That's all they have.
Yep, I look at the list too. I look at like PS4 and Xbox One and Wii U, and there's like Xbox got nothing.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. But like Wii U, there's like, there's all the Mario spin-off games.
Yeah.
And that's really about it.
I mean, yeah,
Mario Kart 8.
I really want
Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario
Yeah.
Maker.
Super Smash Brothers was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to play that.
It's basically kind of like the same games you'd get on
Yeah.
every Nintendo console.
Just
Which,
the updated version. These are
yeah, which
HD.
really at that point it's just like why, as long as you have
Mario
like,
Kart 8
HP.
is pretty good.
I mean, they've added a lot of cool
Yeah.
stuff with what I've seen in it anyway.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody was like, I got a Wii U, I was like, first question, you got Mario Kart 8? That was the first thing I'd ever asked.
Just
you
blurts it out.
fuck Mario Kart 8?
Like, whoa.
And they're like, yeah, I got Mario Kart. Yeah, let's fucking crack that shit up!
Yeah, I remember that's what kept the Wii alive at like my dad's house. It's just like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I remember
Wii Mario Kart, though, sucked. Like, I don't know.
It was one of the worst ones out of the.
yeah. I
Like, if
I
you
actually
could,
like I only I didn't play a lot of any of the GameCube games all that much because none of my friends had one. But one of my friends had an N64, so there was like the original Super Smash. There was Mario Kart, whichever one that was, and then like Donkey Kong 64, and I forget where I was going with this. Just like
Something about racing. I don't know. It's
Oh yeah, and then like we came around, and my dad got Mario Kart for that, and it's just like, I kept playing until I got gold medals and everything in that game.
Yeah, and you're just like, well, I guess I'm done now. This is
It's
it.
like,
This is-
I guess I'm done.
I've mastered this game.
I guess I'm done. My younger stepbrother still wants to play, but it's,
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like-
He's not. I'm done.
he wants to play with me, but I'm gonna destroy him.
Yeah. Like, there's no, like, letting up. I'm just gonna kill him. This is how it is.
Like,
That's why you get good at Tokyo Drift.
oh my god.
That's all you do that game.
Practice.
Tokyo Drift.
Basically.
pretty much.
Actually, speaking of the GameCube, my mom was going through some old stuff, and she actually found my GameCube.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I might actually grab that when I go home next.
Oh fuck.
bring that shit back.
Yeah, I'm not sure what games I still have for it. Like, I know I had, like, Super Mario Sunshine and...
I've been looking to play that one for a while.
Mostly
Stick
just
that
that.
shit right out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whenever we have people over, we'll get used to
it'll
it.
fit in nicely.
Yeah, like we've rearranged the living
Yeah, it's
room.
looking really, really homey now. I like the new setup.
That fish tank though.
Yeah, well, it's...
It'll be going soon.
I'm so surprised that those things are still alive.
Yeah,
Have
that's
you been
very
feeding
impressive.
them?
I guess, kind of.
Oh wait.
I've been feeding them once in a while as well.
Okay, so they're not, like, starving.
Yeah,
They're starving. I'm pretty sure.
probably.
I mean, if I'm feeding them every few days and he's feeding them every 3 days, they're eating. That's how that works.
I don't think that's how that
See,
works. 'Cause you guys be overlapping,
It's fine.
and
Yeah,
It's-
it's probably really irregular how much food they're getting because I always like
It's like a pinch, right? Which is
Yeah.
like,
a pinch.
that's not like metric system.
Yeah,
Like, this
a pinch. I've not been following that rule. I
there's
always,
more fish in here. You can't just give up a pinch. You have to give a little
I'm always.
more.
that's what Mike told me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just following directions.
The thing is,
Oh.
I'm unsure because I don't know how often they're supposed to be fed versus, and also don't know how often they
They're,
are being fed.
It's on a timer.
Yeah,
I know, but like,
I'm not sure where it is. I just don't mess
I
with it.
want to check to see if any of them are dead.
I checked today. They're all alive.
just
They're
look
all
at
alive.
the
I
top
think.
of the tank if there's any fish.
Yeah.
They're dead.
I know, but there's all this fucking algae here.
Oh yeah, they might be under that. I didn't check that.
Like that's why I was like looking deep in there. You
Well, I
know,
mean-
could be entangled in there because
Maybe.
Like some of the fish, like,
What a way to go.
are just bottom feeders. So they're just gonna be eating like the gross stuff at the bottom of the tank anyway. So like,
yeah, I saw that like shark looking thing.
yeah, it's attached to
Yeah.
walls.
Like,
that-
well, not attached to walls. I saw him eating one of the fake leaves earlier.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Maybe he's a
For
vegetarian.
context, Mike has a fish tank, and he's currently not here. He's back home. We're all hanging out in this house in Carbondale right now. Mike left rather abruptly because he had a job back home that he had to go to, and I guess through poor circumstances didn't have time to take care of the fish or like bring them with or anything.
Yeah,
so,
get them situated. At
yeah,
all.
so the fish tank's just been kind of sitting in this house with two people kind of taking care of it.
Roughly, kind of.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
We're doing okay because the fish are still
Hey.
alive.
there's
Unless one of them ate one of them.
That
It's-
I don't think they're the kind of fish that would do that. Funny story. My dad had a giant fish tank. It was like an 80-gallon, and had a bunch of larger fish. There was like perches, whatever they are,
Yeah,
and there was like a tiger shovel nose, and some gar.
those are some pretty big fish.
Yeah, and especially the tiger shovel nose. We called him Herb for whatever reason. He actually caused some problems because like whenever we gave him feeder fish, like little goldfish, he would eat the majority of them, and then one time, I think my dad was like just forgot one day and then fed them the next day. But by the time he got the feeder fish to the fish tank, Herb had eaten one of the gars.
oh
Huh.
So we had one less gar all of a sudden. It's just like
Now what?
it's just like he ate it.
Herb. What is wrong with you?
Herb.
Problem, sir.
Herb,
So yeah, that was. But that was
you cannibal.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I think funnier. I think funnier than that happening was just everybody's reaction because like I think my dad was kind of upset over it because he lost one of his fish to his other fish. But like my mom found it hysterical, and she called the fish pig for the rest of the time it was
Oh.
alive. And then I was just astonished that it could fit a gar inside of it, because there was like almost, because the gar was almost as long as the other fish, way thinner, but just like,
I mean, determination, man.
Yeah.
When you really want something,
I
you make it
imagine
happen.
it was like the circus act where like they shoved the sword down your throat, and he was just like slowly letting it
Yeah.
sink in.
The other fish was just like, I guess I'm just gonna let this happen. I don't know. It's
Well, I mean,
gonna
that's
slowly
not
eat
really
me.
too surprising because there's like spiders in Australia that will eat your pets.
Don't even talk about the spiders in Australia. I've seen way too many videos of just them, just
You
like,
got flashbacks.
I'm in your toilet. My bad.
Oh,
Like they open the toilet lid and it's just like they stare at it and they flush the toilet and the spider just like comes like flushing out,
It's
just like trying to climb out of the toilet.
It's just like
it's like the size of the fucking toilet.
It's
It's as big as the fucking toilet. It's
Yeah.
like trying to flush down a fucking frisbee, and and you can't because it's just too big.
yeah. It's like it's not going down. It's literally fighting the current of the toilet.
It-
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like,
When
wait,
that's too
spiders
big.
can fucking do that,
It's like-
it's a fucking
Yeah, no,
problem.
that's-
That's too big.
is it like one of the bird eaters? Is it like one of those really big ones? Where
Yeah.
it's just like you try to flush it, it's like, yo man, don't do that. I can
No.
pick you up.
Yo, man, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, dude, yeah. Like I said, they will eat your fucking pets if you have a small enough pet.
You have a bird.
Yeah.
No, like smaller dogs. Like,
I mean, some of the spiders just eat birds. Like that's their diet.
We're probably gonna wrap this up soon because I'm low on battery.
That would probably.
And we've been going for like an hour. Holy shit.
really?
Yeah.
Wow, we hit an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Okay. So
A lot
this
of-
is at least viable.
A lot easier
That
than you
wasn't
thought.
as impossible as I thought it'd be. I was like,
Yeah.
sometimes I would be checking the time. I'm like, man, when did we start?
Yeah, I know. I like glanced at this thing a while ago. I guess a half hour ago because it was at a half hour. And it was
I'm
just like,
pretty sure that was during that dead silence.
yeah, which you didn't hear because I edited out.
You will never know.
Which it magically disappeared.
Should have been there, man. It was awesome. Actually, one more thing about the fish, which is why I brought up the whole one of them eating the other one. So there was a time when none of us were here for like at least a week.
Oh right, you were.
Yeah,
you
like
spent.
I went
intercession
I went
here
home
by
for a week when you guys went home at the beginning of the summer, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna feed them a decent amount before I leave, and just hopefully they'll be okay. I came back and they didn't seem dead, but
So like you poured half a cup.
I mean, like it was like more than a pinch this time.
That's kind of what I've been doing. Is like he said to do a pinch, but.
Like there are a lot of fish.
Yeah, like I basically like I'll tip it and then just like the first chunk that comes out.
Like it's enough.
Yeah,
oh man.
Stop.
the chunk is of varying sizes, but I figure that's got to be good enough.
Yeah, there's no like regulation for pinch, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I just love the of varying sizes.
yeah, it's
They get fed a lot or
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah,
some
like
days.
like last time it was like half of what it is this time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
sometimes,
They'll make it work.
Sometimes it is just a pinch. Sometimes it's a pinch with like 5 eyes. You know, I guess it's good that they're staying alive as long as they have been.
Yeah.
This reminds me of when I used to own a turtle. I used to own a turtle. His name was Speedy.
Oh boy.
He was
Oh,
pretty.
the irony!
Well, I would take him out of his tank, which my dad told me I shouldn't do too much, but I took him out anyways. And the first thing he'd do is he would dart underneath my bed, and he was relatively like quick for a turtle. That's why I call him Speedy.
It's
But
fitting, I
like,
guess.
he would dart underneath the fucking bed, and he was quick enough that if I had turned to my closet and turned back in like 10 seconds or less, he'd already be underneath the bed. He'd already be underneath the bed in the furthest corner away, just like in that corner.
He's just plotting an
And
escape.
whenever I'd like try to touch him, he'd hiss,
Huh.
and he fucking hated me. That turtle fucking hated me, but I loved that turtle so much. And he was at my grandparents.
It's like a cat. It's just
well, like
Just let me love you.
I loved that turtle so much, and Speedy just fucking hated me. We fed him like little fish or whatever. And what he'd do is he'd always just eat the bottom half and he wouldn't eat the heads. So it eventually got to the point where there'd just be clumps of just heads.
He was like,
Clumps of heads.
he was collecting them.
In
Oh,
them. So like
his
I had
hobby.
to clean the tank more than usual. Actually, I had to clean the tank almost every time I fed him.
Oh my god.
And, you know, you had to feed him every day. So,
Maybe he was saving it. Maybe that's why he hated you. He was just like, hey, I was saving it for later as a snack.
well, we left it in there for a week one time, and
He wasn't hungry.
it just got really bad in the tank. So we had to clean it out. But, you know, I only visited my grandma's house every once in a while. My father lived there at the time. One week, my father called me and was like, hey, Speedy's dead. Forgot to feed him.
Oh no!
And I'm
What?
like, oh, no.
Oh, so
Oh my god.
I got
that happened.
that reminds me. I got one more thing. We can all get one final wording because this is gonna die soon. But speaking of pets that died,
What a fucking topic.
yeah, in
That's perfect.
4th grade, I had a hermit crab
Oh.
who I very cleverly named Hermit.
Oh. I
And-
thought you were gonna name him Hermes.
I don't get it.
I didn't
I
watch Futurama at the time, but
I don't get it. Why'd you call him that?
Fuck
it-
yourself.
it's a fish joke. And I always took him out of the little box he was in because like when you I was a horrible pet owner because like when you like pour water on the shell or just like vaguely around the crab he like comes out for air and it's just like I thought that was funny.
Because you know,
Oh no!
suffocation is
Did
fun.
you drown the poor thing?
I no. And he was fine, and I actually, and honestly, it was innocence because I didn't know that was the case until long after. Basically, that's not what killed him. What killed him is one time I took him out of the box. I let him just crawl around in my room, and then my mom came.
Oh, no.
To let me know that there was dinner, and then she like saw the crab, picked it up, and was just like looking at it and like touching it with her finger. And she had like nails painted on with like extensions and stuff, and
Yeah.
the crab pinched on the nail, which didn't hurt at all because it was just like a fake nail. But my mom freaked out, whipped her hand, and the crab, and like it was in the middle of my room, and my mom whipped her hand, and the crab made it all the way to the door, bounced off the door, and then rolled into the hallway, and then about
good
like
distance.
about 2 days later, it died.
Oh no!
Oh, like an unrelated note, it died 2 days later.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But it's just like, man, it's like, I didn't even make the connection until way later too. But it's just like when that happened, when it's just like pinch, shut. It is just like, wow, really, mom?
Oh my god! That's fantastic. Oh, poor hermit.
Yeah,
Oh.
he had a good life up until that point.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's
Yeah.
great.
Spent a lot of time outside.
I don't think that was good.
But yeah, that's my final note.
The hermit story.
Let's see, I've had a lot of varying pet experiences over the years. My favorite was the fish. I had a rainbow fish when I was like 8. It died. That's the end of the story. No, that's
that's
it. I got it the next day. It died.
Yeah. I remember I had
The next day.
Yeah, it was just like, I woke
yeah.
up dead.
I know like before the hermit crab I had like my mom tried getting me like to have like a pet goldfish,
Yeah.
and I went through a couple, and for the first one it lasted like 2 weeks and then died, and then like the next 4 after that they kept on dying like the day after I got it. So I don't know, beginner's luck, I guess.
I guess.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what was wrong. Like, I wasn't told that it had any like sickness or illness or it at all, so it just died. And like, I didn't think I did anything wrong. Which actually, why I was really worried when Mike said, "Hey, can you like feed the fish while I'm gone?" I was like,
Oh no.
"Oh no!
Oh, relapse.
Oh no!
8-year-old
They're all
me's
gonna
do
die.
it again.
It'd be great if it was just like, hey, can you take care of the fish? No.
I mean, I honestly thought it's like I don't think it's the best idea. I think you should ask someone else. But
It's like you're asking me if I'm willing to do so. Yes.
should I?
Can I? That's an open-ended
It's up in the
question.
air. It's up in the air. I think we're all very surprised that the fish are still alive right now.
Yeah.
Mike was certainly surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just going to die. And I was like, really? Wow. No faith in me at all.
Yeah.
Which is understandable if you have context, but I guess, yeah, they're just still there.
So yeah, stay tuned to see how the fish do.
Oh my god. Just because you said they're going to die the next day.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awful.